Oh my goodness, guys, what is this? Actually, this is all the stuff I bought from Michael's, from Target's Dollar Spot, otherwise known as our Bullseye's Playground, and it's all for the classroom and for my students for the upcoming year. But seeing all of it sitting in bags on the floor in my bedroom was driving me crazy. It was giving me stress. I don't like having all that stuff around, and so I decided today that I would take it all, put it all together in one spot, and then start to go through them and organize them the same way I organize my home. I mean, if you've seen my home organization videos, then you'll know what I'm talking about. I like to get everything all together in one spot and go through them one by one and then declutter. So in this video, I'm going to see what it is in here that I really want for my classroom, what I don't want or don't need, and then make a list of what it is that I have left to get. Because I go on Instagram too. I see the things people put out, and there are certain items that I think are going to be really useful for the classroom, and I want to make sure I pick up those items and not some random other things just because they're there. Alright, so let's get organizing. Let me start with the easiest items, and those are these caddies right here. Every year we do community supplies, and we have a caddy at each table with their supplies, so this is a must-have. Now you're probably wondering why I need more caddies if I have them every year, and the reason why is because I actually let my students keep them at the very end of the year. The students can choose what they want, and they always want the caddies, they always want some bins, so I let them have it. I mean, they're $3 each, and I always have fun shopping for them, so why not? And I have the caddies in pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. These caddies came from both Target's Dollar Spot, otherwise known as our Bullseye's Playground, and also from Michael's. And as you can see, they're pretty much the same exact caddy, just different colors. And the ones I got from Michael's are the pink, yellow, and green caddies, just because I preferred that shade of their color. I have a total of 6 caddies, and I know I have 4 student tables. I have 1 small group table, and I have another table that's very close to my desk. It's for students who want to be in an area that's more quiet, who want to work alone. So 6 caddies is perfect for me. That was easy. Let's move on to the second items, and they are these connectable file holders. The blue ones came from Target's Dollar Spot, otherwise known as their Bullseye's Playground, and the yellow and green came from Michael's. These are the exact same item. They work exactly the same way, and the only difference is that the ones from Michael's actually has a clear label holder on the front, and Target does not. And Target used to have them on there, however, for some reason they just stopped including them, but that's okay. So you're probably wondering, why am I buying this if I already have these in my classroom library? The reason why is that last year I had 2 of my bins break, not because these were not sturdy or anything, but I had a couple of rough kids who accidentally broke 2 of them, and so it happens. It's okay, you know, they're only $3 each, so I didn't mind. Also, I'm moving to a new classroom, and I have another shelf to display my books on, and so I definitely needed more bins. So I got the blue from Target because I fell in love with this color. Last year and the year before, they've always had more of a teal or turquoise kind of blue, so it was more of a warm kind of blue, and this year it just looks so much more calm and cool, so this came home with me. The yellow from Michael's is just so bright and cheery that I was attracted to it, and I decided to get it. And finally, the green ones at Michael's. Last year, when I got their bins, they were more teal, and they leaned a lot more towards the blue. It was really obvious they were blue when you put them by other bins. However, this year when I went to look, I noticed that these bins leaned more towards the green color, and the way I knew that was that They had the old ones out right next to it, and when you put them side to side, you could definitely tell they were different colors, and this one was definitely a lot more green. And so I went ahead and got 4 of them, which is exactly the amount I need. As you can see, I only have 3 yellow bins because that's all they had out. So I definitely need 1 more yellow bin from Michaels. So there you go. On my list, I have 1 yellow bin from Michaels. Okay guys, so far so good, and only 1 item on my list. This third item is called a paper tray, and I got it from Target's Bullseye's Playground. But I only got 4 of them. I got them in pink, orange, blue, and purple. I do have 4 tables for my students. However, I also do have a small group table, and I have a table that is closer to my desk. So in reality, I actually need a total of 6. So I'm gonna go ahead and look for a yellow and green tray as well, and hopefully I find it. So those 2 are definitely a need. The next items that I'm showing you are these book boxes, and they came from both Target's Dollar Spot and also from Michaels. They are gorgeous. So I have them in a rainbow of colors on the top, in pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then again in pink, yellow, and green. The pink, yellow, and green came from Michaels. The orange, blue, and purple came from Target's Dollar Spot. Now, the reason I don't have 2 full rainbows is because I could not find an extra orange, blue, and purple at Target. These bins go so quickly, so I'm hoping that I can find them. So those are definitely on my need list. Orange, blue, and purple book boxes. Now these are amazing, by the way, because they are huge. They actually hold your big books, you know, those huge picture books that don't fit into regular bins. These fit them so nicely. I also have been using them to hold like stuffed animals and pillows, and then also I put snacks in here. I put a lot of random things in here last year, and it was amazing. It was easy for my students to reach in and grab, and it was easy for me to just clean things up just by throwing them in here. So guys, this is a definite must-have and a definite keep. I have a friend who loves Target as much as I do, and she picked this up for me, but as soon as I saw it, I realized I already had this item in my classroom this past year, and they did not work for me. They are super cute the way they are. In fact, I had these same exact colors. However, they're supposed to be able to stick to your dry erase board, so they're supposed to be magnetic. But these, for some reason, would not stay up. They kept sliding down, so I eventually gave up on it, and I just had it sitting on the ledge. So not only do I already have these, but they do not work for me. So these items are going to be a return. My very first return out of my pile so far, guys. I feel good. That's 2 items being returned. Okay. The next items I got are these pillows from Target's Dollar Spot. I know I'm keeping 1 at my teacher's chair just to make things a bit more comfier next year. And I'm thinking I do a lot of independent reading, and I like for my students to have flexible seating at that time. I do have those scoop rockers, and I also have wobble stools, but that's it, and it's not enough for all my students. So some of the students just end up sitting on the floor without anything. And so I'm thinking these pillows right here would be perfect because they're actually more like chair pillows when you look at them. They're like chair cushions, so that makes it perfect. And if you're wondering why I'm not using the pillows from last year or how come that's not enough, it's because those pillows are not really meant for sitting on the way these are. So these 3 are definite keepers. These next items are ones that my friend picked up for me as well, and this includes a strength kit, a calming kit, and a positivity kit. Now, I've been looking at this and thinking about it, and it sounds really great. However, I don't think that this will work for my classroom. I mean, we are definitely not going to be using a jump rope in the class at all, or even in the hallway. I don't know how I feel about the spinner. And then I don't think it's right to have only 2 necklaces. Once it's gone, it's gone. I mean, you know what I mean? I have a whole classroom of kids, and I don't feel right giving it to kids to use and then return. So I don't think this will work either. I feel like these are things that I could just get on my own if I wanted to, like the stickers. I can just buy that. But 2 necklaces and then I'm done. No, that's not gonna work for me. So I am definitely gonna return these to Target. These next items are pointers that I picked up from Target's Dollar Spot, and I was really picky about choosing only the ones I really liked, so these are definitely a keeper. I got the rainbow, the globe, and the star, and I just think they are so cute. My students love them. So yes, these are a definite keeper, and I am not going to look at the others because 3 is enough for the year. This next item here came from Michaels, and it is a pencil party pack. The fact that it comes with 12 colored pencils, 12 number 2 pencils, and 24 decorative erasers for only $5 makes this a steal. The fact that you can use a coupon on top of it makes it an amazing deal. So this is definitely a keeper. I use it every year for part of their birthday goodie bags, as incentives, as prizes. This is a definite keeper. Next up are these jumbo-sized paper clips, and these things are amazing. Not only do they look cute with all of their different colors, but they hold a stack of papers really nicely, and it's so easy to use. Plus, it's only $1, so these are a definite keeper. The next item is this set of labels, and it comes with 12 labels. As I was looking through them, I really got to thinking, and as cute as they are, they won't really work for me. For instance, the clips and pins, I don't have a big container or box for it. It's actually in my teacher's organizer toolkit, and that's just a small drawer. In fact, this sticker would be way too big for it. I don't have a container just filled with paper. I mean, I do have some Astrobrites, but the other label behind this says construction paper, which I do not have. I also don't have a container of first aid items. So a lot of these won't work for me, and then I have to make my own labels anyway for the other stuff, so it doesn't make sense to have some labels looking like this and then others looking like what I make it out to be. I kind of like my labels to be all uniform, so this won't work for me, and this is going to be a return. These next items are birthday related for my students. This first one here are reward certificates for the students, and then we have bookmarks for them as well. Now, when I make my students goodie bags, I always include a birthday bookmark and then a certificate so that their goodie bag looks so exciting and fun and colorful and bright. So these 2 items here are a definite must-have for me in my classroom for my students, and so these are a keep. I got these mini erasers from Target's Dollar Spot for only $1 per pack of 60, so I think that is an amazing deal. And I use this in my classroom with my students as rewards and incentives. And because my students love these mini erasers so much, they were willing to do a lot of things and behave so well. So yeah, I ended up giving away several hundred. Can you believe it? Crazy. So these are a definite keep. The next items up are these adorable bulletin board borders, and they are the cutest thing ever. They are crayons and they come in so many different colors, and the best thing is that you get 14 borders in a pack for only $1. How awesome is that? The only thing though is that I am moving to a different classroom, and even though it's bigger, there is only 1 bulletin board. And I actually have leftover borders that I really like that I've had for over a year. And so I actually do not have a need for these new borders. So As much as I love these and as much as I think these are so super cute, I'm returning these because I actually like the ones that I already have a bit more. This next item is such a really cute little sign. It has chalkboard on there, so you write blank days until whatever event you want to write down. And the thing about it is that I have a lot of things in my classroom going on, and this is little. So I know that I'm going to forget it. My kids might not even notice it. And I'm so bad at changing dates that I know eventually I'll just say forget it and put this away. And no one will even remember. You know what I mean? So as cute as this item is, I am going to return it. The next item is this passport, and I love the way it looks. I love the wooden frame, the chalkboard style, the little knobs on the bottom, and the fact that it includes 4 passports. So it'd be perfect if you have like a bathroom pass, library pass. However, I teach first grade, and in first grade, we literally take the students to the restroom as a class several times a day. We also have to remind them a lot to wash their hands, not stick their hands in things, and so on. So knowing that, I don't like the idea of giving the student one of these passes and sending them to the bathroom with it, knowing that they might get it dirty. You know what I mean? They might drop it in the toilet. They might forget to wash their hands. They might drop it in the sink or whatever. And so just that thought alone makes me not want to have the passport. So I am going to return this. This next sign is also super cute. This is in regards to voice levels. It goes from 0 silent all the way to 4 outdoor. And I think this is so amazing. However, this is another sign that is quite small. And with so many anchor charts up on the walls and more, I feel like this would get lost. If it was bigger, then it would be perfect in my room because the students would be able to see it from all over the place. But because it's so small, they might not even realize it's there, and so this would not work for my class. I mean, if I had preschool where the kids were little and there weren't as many kids, if I did homeschool, if I just did tutoring or something, I think this would work. But in my classroom, it's not going to work. So this is a return. This next item is a set of name tags, and it comes with 48 name tags. And they say, hello, my name is. What I do with these name tags is I stick them to my students' folders every year, and that way, even though they all have the same colored folders, we know exactly who it belongs to just by looking at the front and looking at this label. Plus, I think it makes their folders look a lot more cuter because I buy the plain blue folders all the time so that no one can be jealous of each other and no one complains about the color because everyone has the same exact color, and the only distinction is a sticker with their name on it. So this is a definite keep. Plus it was only $1 at Target's dollar spot. This next item is a magnetic storage box that I got from Target's dollar spot for just $1. I already have one in pink that I use to hold my students' index cards with their passwords on it, and anytime they need it, they can just go ahead and grab it from here. Since this worked so well last year, I decided to get another one, and I plan to use it so that my students can just go ahead and put their tardy passes in here instead of just dropping it on my desk where I might miss it or just forget it. And so this is a definite keep. This next item is a pack of bulletin board accents, and they are cupcakes. How cute are they? However, I'm thinking these are meant more for birthdays and such, and I have students that don't celebrate birthdays, and so I feel like I don't want to put this up because I just don't want anyone to be offended or feel left out. And so I'm going to return this. And finally, here is the last item, and this is the perpetual calendar. Now, this sign is really small. However, the words are pretty big. And even better is that the numbers are huge. So I feel like if I have this up on my bookcase, the students will be able to see it and they will know exactly what date it is just by looking at the numbers. So this is a keep, and I'm super happy about that because I love the colors on this and I love the style. After going through everything from my Target's, Dollar Spot, and Michael's shopping hauls, this is what I ended up with, minus the things that I plan to return. And so now I'm feeling a whole lot better because now everything is organized and I can see what I have, and everything that I bought actually serves a purpose. Now these are things that I'm definitely using. They're not just things I got just because they're cute, but things that are going to go into my classroom and be used right away. And I am so glad I went through this because now I'm not feeling anxiety. I don't feel the stress. I just feel relief. Everything looks organized and neat and just the way I like it. Well, guys, I hope that you enjoyed watching me go through my things and organize all of my back to school items for my classroom. I hope that you like it. I hope you share it with your friends. And if you haven't done so already, I hope you subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day, guys.